And we're live. Welcome to the Redbeard Show. Another fantastic week out here in the country. And today's show is called the Countdown to the Great Canadian Glass Gathering. Let me start off by showing you the poster that we got made up. Taped it up in place there. Nice little poster made up there. My girlfriend Jen did the excellent artwork here and the layout. So next weekend is the Great Canadian Glass Gathering. This is the opportunity for us Canadian glass blowers, maybe a couple of Americans will make it up, but a chance for us to gather together and see what creativity come up with, you know? It's going to be a lot of fun. So today's episode we're going to be chatting about the gathering. We're going to talk about our sponsors. Without their help this event wouldn't happen. We're going to talk about what you can expect from the gathering. We're going to talk about our broadcasting. We'll be broadcasting live all next weekend on Pot TV. And let's make some glass while we do all this talking. In the kiln I've got a collab that we started last year at the gathering. Last year I did a tube pull demonstration. One of the first mornings, Saturday morning, I did a great big Rasta fade to clear tube pull. And I sectioned that off into about 20 some sections, and I handed them out to everyone that I could find, and they gave them back to me later. And it was my intention to, well, it was my intention to get this built a lot sooner. But being the procrastinator that I am, I still have it here on my bench. So I've only got a week left. I better get this built. So let's just take a look at some of these sections. Some are plain and haven't been worked yet, so I'll start with those. Let's see. This one I know Keyshav did in Ontario. I don't know too many of the others, to be honest. That's the only one I recognize because of the dots. So it'll be real fun to bring this piece to the gathering this year, and everyone can identify the little section that they worked on. Let me show you kind of, I've shown these on the show before. Let me pull out one of these. Chris Kahuna made 4 of these little guys to attach onto the piece. And that's one of them there. We've got red, yellow, and green little monsters. Well, some kind of little critter with little tentacle horns and a kind of like an elephant's trunk. Pretty cool. So we'll put those on. I think those are going to make up the base of the piece. I don't even have a sketch made yet. I'm just kind of going by the feel of it, the organic feel. So let me check the chat room. You guys let me know if we're working. And well, it looks like it's working because someone says they're digging the shirt. Hope you noticed that. We've got some awesome t-shirts made. Again, Jan Little Art coming to the rescue. Check out the back of that shirt. So that shows all the sponsors and the bands that are playing. We've got some live music playing at the gathering this year. Headlining the show, we've got Walk On Dead, the Grateful Dead cover band. And they're going to be rocking the Dead tunes Friday night and Saturday night. We also got a 5-piece bluegrass band called, right here, they're called the Courageous Mountain Rangers, and based around the Pemberton area, and a couple of the fellas, folks from Vancouver as well. And we got the Tall Brothers. I hope you all know the Tall Brothers. They do the reefer jazz, and they do it well. And then in between and on top of, we got some DJs. Kiwi, the Red-Eye Jedi, will be in the house. He's always there. He's been a regular for several years, holding down our music. And we'll talk more about our sponsors in just a few minutes. Shout out right away to the Bong Shop, which helped me get these posters printed. Appreciated that. So let me just get started on a piece in the kiln. I had a coffee before the show today. I was yawning like crazy about an hour ago, so I had a coffee, and now I noticed I got a bit of the shakes. So that's always good when you're blowing glass, to have some shakes. So I don't usually have more than 1 coffee a day these days, and that was my second. So cannabis to the rescue. This is some strong cannabis I got here. Let's see, where's my bag? I could show it off if I brought it down. This is the Afghani Kush that I just grew. Real happy with it. Super strong. Oh, amazing. It's a full indica too. Not usually what I do. I usually grow a hybrid, sativa indica hybrid. But anyway, that's kind of fun. How are you guys doing out there? I hope you're staying medicated, staying happy, staying free. I can't get my music to work behind me, so screw it. We're going with the sound of silence today. Maybe I'll sing you a song if I can think of one. Oh, that tastes good. So if any of you guys got questions that are watching and are in the chat room, put them down there. I'll try to glance over often and see if I can answer anything. Anything you want to know about the glass gathering, I'll tell you. It's camping and lamp working. So you can expect a rustic atmosphere, outhouse toilets, one shower on the whole farm for you to use. So you gotta share at the same time. And one of the nicest things I like about the property up there is the water. There's water coming down the hill in 2 creeks where all the drinking water for pretty much the whole community up there comes from. So I'm just going to, I got a piece of the tubing that I pulled last year at the gathering. I'm just going to do a little wigwag ball out of this. I think what we're going to make is a Sherlock type of rig. Kind of like, you know, just kind of like simple bubbler shape. Maybe a beaker bottom sitting on top of those monster guys. And then maybe just a nice slender top coming up with the disc on top of that. Something like that. That's what I got in my head. Anyway, so we're just going to heat this up, pull it out, and we'll do some wigwagging. Hot damn. Been really busy the last couple weeks getting ready for this event. I tell you, I can't wait for the event, and I also can't wait to get done the event. My turn to relax. So what can I tell you about the glass gathering? This is our 7th annual year. Pretty humble beginnings. Started just because I had a nice property I was renting up in the Birkin area above Pemberton, BC. And the owner of the property always had parties there a few times a year, so he had built a stage and a natural amphitheater down to the stage. So the gathering was on that property for the first few years. And then we moved up the road to the property it's on now, which is where I used to live. My good friend Milner owns it. And I introduced Milner to goat farming, and lots of good things happened there. So he's still got the goats that I brought to that property, and new ones. So it's a bit of a homecoming for me. I love that area. I love going back. And so this is, I think, our 4th year or so on that property there. And like I said, we'll be broadcasting live all weekend. We'll put those links up when we know more about what time we'll broadcast. I think you can count on a 4 p.m. broadcast every day, making sure we catch the 420. As well, I think we'll do some evening broadcasts. I really want you guys to be able to check out the good music and the vibe. We'll have a couple time-lapse cameras going in the big tent. We'll collect that film for later to just show you on the next show. Hey, lots of folks in the chat. Got some folks from Brazil. Right on. Fun stuff. Small world, eh? Okay, now where did I put my blowhose and swivel? Here it is. I'm gonna need that to do some wigwagging. I didn't set my alarm. I noticed it's 10 after 4. Don't want to miss 420, but I'm ahead of the game. I've got one going. So, oh, it was going. So yeah, every year it's grown. This year the gathering will have about 30 or 40 artists underneath the big tent. Likely about a few hundred spectators, I expect. I just needed a little tape around my swivel here. It was a little loose in the in my blow tube, so this just goes inside here. See? So as far as I know, the event that I host is pretty unique in Canada. I think you could call it a real grassroots event. It's planned real simply, nothing too elegant up there. Come with simple expectations, you won't be disappointed. I'm not organized like Shambhala or organized like Redbeard at the Gone to the Dogs Ranch. Anyway, I should tell you about the food at the venue. This is something we take great effort into to provide really good food, organic in nature, local. We'll have some real good local Pemberton meat, some delicious veggies from just down the road. Chef Seamus, Cookie Seamus will be in charge. So as you can see, I've just swirled both ends of this. A one-way direction spiral, so when you look on it from end, you'll see that spiral. Opposite direction at that end. Now I'm going to go in between and just wigwag it up. If you haven't seen the episode, Wigwags and Whatnots, go back and take a look on Pot TV, the Redbeard Show. I've covered this already. So I'm just going to quickly do some bender backs at this wigwag. So in case you're all worried that we won't have your junk food munchies, we got that taken care of too. There's a snack bar. We'll have chocolate bars and chips and other assorted junk foods. We'll have some coffee, we'll have some good coffee, some other coffee, all kinds of business. I'm going to put my kids in charge of the snack bar, so give them a good hard time, will ya? Make sure they count your change right, though. Kids these days, eh? I'm just putting some little twists and turns in this tube. Then I'm going to collect it all up into a ball again. So there we got it. Just some little wigwags. Just back and forth, slight little bumps. You don't need them too jagged. It's not the look I'm going for right here. Yeah! I'm stoked to take my bus for another ride. Taking the 1960 Mercury short school bus up and over the mountain. I get to go away with my kids for a full week. Stoked on that. Got some goat sitters here on the farm. All my plants are young and vegetative state, so it's nice and easy to get away from the garden. So just gathering up now. Here's a great Canadian glass gathering right here in front of me. And that's why we chose that name. This is called a Gather of Glass. Gathering Glass. Yeah, there's another great glass gathering in the States right now, the DFO. Wish I could make it next year, I hope. Gotta get down to the States soon. I'm looking forward to that. Hanging out with my southern neighbors. Go for a tour. Alright, now I thought what I really want to talk about today is some of the companies that have contributed and helped put this event on. So I'm just going to chat about them as we work throughout the show, so it's not all condensed at one time. And I got the poster in front of me, and I think I'll just read off the poster right away there. And I put Pot TV on the poster, so, and that's just mostly to make sure everyone that sees the poster immediately sees that Pot TV is going to be on site. We'll be broadcasting all weekend. So for any of you that are unable to get to the venue, if you're far away, tune in. We're going to have a lot of fun, and we'll include you in that fun. Maybe we can come up with some fun things to do with the chat. So some of the sponsors right away at the top here, North Star Glass. I just picked up their package from the mail a couple days ago. Nice big box of color. that we'll be splitting up with all of the people taking part, all the glass blowers. So when the glass blowers come, they just get their little package, their care package, set up their equipment, and get to work. Yeah, so I just popped a hole in the clear side of that business. I'm going to punt you on to the other side and we'll remove that hollow handle. And we'll put it on the I'm basically giving it a 90-degree axis switch. Reversal, it's called. And this is how we do a lot of designs. This has been popular for several years. Going on a decade, I guess, now. And that's a lot of fun. It takes a little while. It's a lot of time involved in it. It's a trick to do it neatly and correctly. So there we take off the handle. Also sponsoring us is Glass Alchemy. Now between those two companies, our color palette frickin' rocks. We got so many things to choose from these days, it's amazing. I want to give a particular thank you to those color companies for helping our community. I noticed they help DFO, they help pretty much every event as they happen to get the word out there, to get more glass being blown and exposed to the public, you know? Pup from Vancouver is going to be providing most of the clear glass that we'll be using. Pretty essential in a glass blowing gathering, I'd say. Pup in Vancouver is an awesome company. They not only provide materials like raw glass for us glass blowers, they're also a large distributor company that sells finished pipes and papers and all kinds of stuff. And so a lot of glass blowers sell directly to Pup, and Pup sells it for them. So Pup's been around a long time, and I really appreciate their support. I'll be down at their warehouse Tuesday to pick up a load of clear glass. Good times. Oh, I'm pretty excited to announce we got 2 torches to give away this year from Nortel Manufacturing. Nortel's a torch manufacturing company. It's all Canadian. They got the factories in Mississauga, right outside Toronto. And they're super kind folks. Peter and Jean I've known for years there. Way back when I ordered my first torch in 1998, 99. And I'm really excited that they're on board with the torch that will be given away as a prize. And I was told there's 2 torches. One's a mini myelin and one is a hand torch. So we'll see about that. Can't wait to check it out. Keisha will bring it up all the way from Ontario. So there's our reverse bulb. Just put that together quickly. Green on this side, red on that side, or vice versa. And I got one more of these to do while I chit-chat away. Well, I can put those 2 together, I suppose. This one's come off. Oh, and I got some show and tell for you. I brought the pieces from the last 2 weeks' episodes down. So, I'll show you how they turned out. Some good, some bad, you know. It's the way it happens. Well, just noticed there's a little streak of color on the end of this blowpipe. So if I stick it onto that clear side, you'll see that later. So I need to pull that off real quick. Ream that open for a second. Let's put the ball on. Well, I think it's 420 somewhere in the world. Did I miss it? Yeah, 422. How about that? Good time to medicate. There we go. I just wanted to work that in a bit so it doesn't fall off my handle again. That always sucks when it falls let me tell you, I've dropped a few pieces in my time. I have indeed. However, dropping this piece particularly fucking sucked. I was very near the end of it. What happened is there was a crack in the right angle downspout, which is really hard to fix. So I popped a hole on his shoulder here, and I got in with my Smith mini torch, my wee little torch here, and tried to fix that crack, and I succeeded on that. Just as that got fixed, the whole piece fell off my handle and landed right here, and the head snapped off. Took a couple of the fins with it. It's actually not that far, like, I think I could fix this. So, but I can't fix it today or tomorrow. So this will wait till I'm back from the gathering. And I think there's a crack maybe here. Anyway, that was a sad day. The wings didn't break. How about that, eh? So I'll save those. They can go on the next dragon. These are the first wings I've ever made like that. Oh, and I made the tail as an entirely separate dry pipe. And this was an oil rig with him holding the nail in his hand here, see? Anyway, you win some, you lose some, eh? Fuck around. Sad about that. So, and that's sad, the guy's birthday, the birthday boy, it was poor Adam. He was watching the show. He's stoked. Now he's set back a little. We'll do that project again. Pretty shitty. Anyway, here's the piece from the hash bean. Now this one turned out just fine. No cracks, no damage, nothing. She's a beauty. Real happy. I have to tell you, it took me several tries to get this sitting nice and low pro like that. I like it sitting low. See what I mean? So it's right close to that downspout. So a nice Dichro Galaxy marble on the back. So this is from the episode Stay Calm and Stay in Calmo and Build a Bomb. Oh. Anyway, so it comes with your flower bowl. And it comes with your dome. And it has a removable downspout, which is nice. It's good for cleaning. Anyway, so that turned out great. Let's check out the bottom. Yeah, it's not as bright in here as it could be. Let's turn on some more light. There we go. Anyway, so I'll have this piece with me at the gathering. I do have some glass for Cannabis Day, so I'll be at the art gallery on Tuesday. Gonna drive my bus into town. I gotta catch up. Y'all had 420 without me there. Yeah! Man, not just marbles in Toronto, the gallery. Marco's gallery. Nice store, nicest collection I think I've ever seen in person. Big sponsor for us. Thank you, Marco, and the Not Just Marbles Gallery. It's actually in Etobicoke, not Toronto. Close. Beautiful shop. It's amazing the collection in there. Unfortunately, I heard Marco won't be making the gathering this year. Maybe you'll be watching the live stream with the others that can't make it. Let's check the chat. Oh yeah, Green Supreme noticed I forgot the beard light. Brightens the red in the beard, you know? Gotta do what you can these days. I'm getting old. The red's fading. I'll be gray beard before too long. Or I'll be a spokesman for the hair color companies. Whatever. Ha! Anyway. Let's see what we got next. I got another piece to wig-wag, and then we're going to start putting this thing together. This is the last piece to twist up, and then we're on to assembly, which is a little more exciting than this part. I gotta say. Maybe I could save this one, actually, and start assembling now. Why not, eh? I think so. So let's do that. I want... Oh, I do have to make one more. Oh, there it is. It's fun when... it's kind of hard planning this out, right? All these balls are different and trying to match up what's going to go where and how. That's pretty cool. I had a good look at it earlier and I think I got a bit of a plan. So now, to attach this, do I want to put the red, orange, red, sorry, it's red, yellow, red, and green, yellow, green? Or if I turn this one halfway, I've got green, yellow, red, red, yellow, green. I think I'll do that. I think so. Keep the Rasta theme going throughout. Okay, so I gotta stick a plug in the one end here. The blow hose and swivel in the other end. I'm glancing over at this fine poster here, and as I said earlier, the Bong Shop sponsored us in the way of helping us get our printing done. So we got some beautiful posters, got some great big posters. I also got some big movie-sized posters, if you can see back there on the back wall. So we'll have a bit of a merch booth and some fun giveaways and a chance for people to buy these things. If you're interested in ordering a Great Canadian Glassblowing shirt, send an email to, I guess send it to, well, go to redbeardglass.ca and send me an email there. That's probably the best way. We also, through the gcgg.ca is our gathering site. So either one of those sites will get you contacting me, and eventually, hopefully, we'll have those available online through our website. We talked about perhaps getting a calendar built or something, or just some fun stuff. I have to let it cool down for a sec because I gotta admit, maybe it's my color blindness, but when it's hot, I can't tell the difference between red and green. They just both look red. So I had to pause for a second there and make sure I'm on the right side. Just welding that together. We'll start with a small diameter weld like that. Gives us a tighter pattern. This is what is called stacking wigwags, or whatever it's called, tribal stack, some people would say. I just want to gather it up into a bit of a ball, getting ready to, I'll keep adding to this, to the end of this. There we go. Good enough. I'll take this side off, pop a hole, and get ready to add the next piece. Alright, there's a few stores that I want to mention in Vancouver that have really helped us as sponsors this year. And right off the top, CCHQ, 307 West Hastings. Thanks, crew. You guys are going to be kicking down some, oh, who knows, usually T-shirts, papers, swag, I think I should say, not swag. Anyway, things to give away, and we look forward to that. Sprout some free mark shirts amongst the crowd. Everyone loves those. So CCHQ has been a sponsor for several years. Really appreciate that, guys. So I think on the bottom of the piece I'll put this little, it's got someone decided to put some black and white. So I'll show this to the camera in case the creator is watching. I honestly don't know who made this one. Someone that was at the gathering last year. Another store in Vancouver that's helped us out this year and previously, Ignite on Cordova. I'm pretty sure it's Cordova. Forgive me if I'm wrong. Just about a block away from the pot block, about a block east and perhaps north. And so Brandon and Rhiannon are wonderful people. In fact, just lovely. They've helped for several years. They've got a really great selection of bongs in their store. I gotta say, every time I go there, it amazes me what they've done to accumulate such a great collection of different artists. It's awesome. Ignite. I hear a goat right out my window. Oh, there you are. Lost your mama, hey? If you don't know how fun a yelling goat sounds, you gotta go look up some YouTube videos. That's pure entertainment there, bud. So anyway, another store I want to mention, Vancouver Seed Bank. Yeah. Now how many of those guys will be here? Rebecca, basically the owner, has to work the whole weekend, can't come because all of her staff is going to be at the gathering, I think. So I'm stoked for that. Great bunch of people. Great things they're doing there on the other pot block, or maybe it's the pot block now. I'm not sure how to call it, but it's a great location they've got also on Hastings, just more towards Clark Street there, and just awesome. They got a lounge upstairs. I believe they're cranking it into a dispensary. They've also got, as the name suggests, the finest selection of seeds. So that's where I get all my seeds, I can tell you. Well, I guess I shouldn't say all, but most of my seed comes from Vancouver Seed Bank. Awesome to deal with. It doesn't matter where you live. Get online. Go check them out. Vancouver Seed Bank. .ca probably, or .com otherwise. The other place we're getting our glass from is Joanne Andrighetti. Joanne Andrighetti Glass. She's been around for years. She's actually a glass blower herself. She used to work the large furnace size glass, and she's actually got herself situated right next to and a part of the Terminal City Co-op. So I'll give those guys a shout out as well. They're not involved in the pipe scene whatsoever, but just a great place to get your melt on and great things that they're doing there. So this will be the base of the can. Just getting a little gather going here. Oh, speaking of seeds, this year's sponsor, we've got House of the Great Gardener. Matt, thank you so much for supporting this event. I can't wait to see you. Matt's a breeder and just creates some of the loveliest cannabis. Perhaps you've heard of Hyoma, Barbara. Those are the two that come to mind, honestly. I don't have his whole catalog to heart yet, but I can't wait to try some of it in my own garden. I'll have to bug him for a couple packs of seeds. I'll get that off him at the gathering, I think. And yeah, I want to go up and plant my outdoor while we're there. Maybe we'll put it on film. Opus and I did a tour up there. Matt Murnau came up, and we went up there last year and did some filming and just kind of showed him around my old outdoor patch. I think we're going to go up there and sow some real quick autoflower seed. Is my idea. Got a goat now at my door calling for mama. Alright, so I just removed the one handle on purpose. Clean up that hole for a sec. Alright, so we're getting there. Now let's see what we've got to add to that. I think it's this piece right here, actually. So this looks like a double wigged piece that someone did. Let me hold that up to the camera for a sec. A little more chaotic in there. It looks like they wig-wagged it in one direction, reversed it, and then re-wig-wagged it in the other direction. So that's pretty neat, and that's going to go right here in between this. Yeah, someone in the chat points out, Green Supreme, you're right. It is definitely a little late for outdoor. And unless you know what you're doing, I don't suggest to everyone to go do it. But you got to remember, I have done this before. So I think what I'm counting on is the fall up on the altitude I'm at comes pretty quickly. It really does. So it's not an extended season. But that's why I want to get autoflower and feminized. So my other thought would be just to put in a seed crop patch and put in 2 varieties of seed that I'd like to cross and just let them have sex all the rest of the summer. But yeah, I think that you could still pull off, you wouldn't get very much. We're talking about maybe an ounce per plant. But hey, that's better than a slap on the tits with a wet shovel, you know what I mean? An ounce plant, we could do that. 100 plants, there you go. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. If it goes well, we'll tape it, show you on the show how that goes. I'm a big fan of the outdoor. I think that the sun is, oh man, it's just crazy that we're in our basements growing this stuff. It's just nuts. Prohibition put us there. And I live in the sunny Okanagan. It's just wild, the amount of sun that we get here. So I can't put my blow hose and swivel on this one, so I'm gonna have to do it the old school free-handed way. And that's because the diameter of the blow tube in my right hand is different. It's changed. Someone used a 10 millimeter or something. That's what you get when you have 20 people working on the same piece. That's fun though. I hope people can recognize which piece they did. I'm trying not to alter the design on each. Just add them together. Alright, now who else sponsored us this year? LUMO Pipe. I think a lot of us know that guy. Tim and Yvonne, the Canadian reps, the owners, are beautiful people. A pleasure to do business with. Just honest people all around. So the type of people I insist on dealing with. The only type of people I deal with. I try anyway, right? We all can try. So anyway, LUMO is we did an episode around their gadget actually. And that was the episode of the Redbeard Show called This Bong's For You. And we made a bong on the show and we gave it away. And the lucky winner is actually going to be coming to the gathering. You might meet him. I think he's going to be helping me work the gate, doing some security. So that's great how things happen. So LUMO is, and I've got one right here, except I don't have the domeless nail. Is this little gadget, and it fits onto a mouthpiece, or you can put it on your bong. There's a few different attachments you can get. You can load a titanium nail in it. You can you got options. You can load a flower bowl in it. It's got a carb. It works great. It gets a lot of great reviews. I had one on my table at the Champs Expo just recently in Toronto with that bong, and it's true. A lot of people commented on it and needed to know more about it, and they're very curious. So as ganja gadgets go, that one is a neat one. It's cool. Check it out. LUMO. So just blowing this vessel out where I want it to be, trying to form the beaker shape. I just do it by hand, not so much tooling involved. think I might have another piece to go on here. Pretty sure I do. Let's have a look. I'm going to pop this hole. Bubble trash method. See how thin that glass is? I'm going to bring it over to the camera. Way thinner than paper. It's just, the reason it's called bubble trash is it just pops like nothing. So often it blows into the air. That's actually the bubble trash, but I try not to do that. Don't want too much glass floating around in the air. General rule. Okay, so I'm just going to clean up this end for a sec. Last year we had about 30, 31 I think, glass blowers on the bench working. This year we hoping to go for 40 if we can figure out the logistics. We got enough glass, it's the space. So if the weather's good, I think daytime we'll get a couple out underneath the night sky, out from underneath the tent, with the kilns underneath. We'll see how it goes. I got a couple ideas. We'll build another tent. So that looks great. So far so good. Let's see what else I got to put onto this crazy piece. Okay, so that's the mouthpiece. Oh, there's this piece. Right. This is the mouthpiece. That's the shaft down from the mouthpiece. We could put this one on somehow. Oh, I had an idea. We could pop that in 3 or 4 ways and put it on. Alright. Coming together, I think we're going to do a little bitch window action on this thing. A triple bitch. A triple bitch. Which means I'm going to take a clear prep. I'm going to pop 3 holes in it, and I'm going to set those on off axes. I'm going to work them in, blow them out, put it on the piece. I think that would look good. It's all just kind of off the cuff, right? Let me check the chat. Are we still recording? Hello out there. How y'all doing? Hey, is that Ashley's in the chat? Hey, Ashley. Is that the Ashley with the beautiful baby and husband Justin? It's nice to see you in the chat. I look forward to seeing you in real life at the gathering. With Aubrey's first show, sporting her fine gear. And if I have the wrong Ashley, you'll just have to forgive me. You have no fucking clue what I'm talking about, but that's okay. Lots of good folks coming up. I haven't heard from a few artists. I have heard from several. I can tell you some of the folks coming. I have confirmed that Barracuda is going to be in the house. Walter's coming. Mike Astro Moore, he's the Hidden Village Creations, he's coming. Clark Matthews, all the way from frickin' Ontario, man, he's coming. He's been planning this for 2 years, that guy. Yeah, man. Gibson's coming. Drew's coming from Ottawa. Let's see. Jedediah, new fella on the block, is coming. He's bringing, as far as I heard, we're going to have a crucible kiln for the first time at the gathering. We're going to be pulling tubes out of a molten vat of glass. So we take a piece, we dip it into the glass, and then we'll pull it out. I've never done it. It's pretty fucking cool. I'm looking forward to it. Popping my crucible cherry. Let's see, who else has contacted me that's coming? Let's see. So many people. I'm pretty sure White Flame will be there, Jared Toner. I'm hoping Stratus is coming over. I'm really hoping Corey Cottenham makes it this year. He missed a year recently, and that wasn't so fun. I wish we had him. He was sick. Lots of people coming up from around Vancouver. I know Pat Stratus, DJ Exclaims coming. Justin Thatcher coming from Vancouver. Justin rocking the torch for a few years now, man. Love watching these guys progress. It's so awesome, especially for us regulars who have seen these guys every year. I think that's what a lot of people appreciate about this event. Not only do we get to catch up, but yeah, you know, just check everyone's workout and see what they've been up to. Some of us doing the same old, same old. Some of us breaking down some new grounds. Okay, so I'm going to pop 3 holes in this. I'm going to count actually. I think I might be able to get away with, definitely have 1, 2, I think I could do 3, 4 holes. Yeah, I think so. Let's do it. 4 holes. What do you call that? A quadro bitch. So I popped 1 already, so I probably shouldn't have done that, but we'll just, it's going to be a one at a time gig. Safety break. Safety first, you know, folks. It's always important to take a minute. Adjust the brain. Make sure everything in the world is right. And with my Afghani Kush, boy, the world is right. Quattro bitchin' window. Alright, who else is on my Vancouver's own Homegrown Products? Dude, these guys rock. Real small company. I guess I could say really kind of just starting out. Been around a few years, but he's making a resin cleaner for bongs. And it kicks ass. Where's my bottle of it? Man, I couldn't find it for the show previous. He's going to be having samples for everyone at the glass counter. This is the best cleaner I've seen, and I've definitely used quite a few cleaners in my day. It's awesome. It's almost magic. You just watch the resin run down the walls. I'm going to tell you their name again. Vancouver's own Homegrown Products. Real nice owners, real nice people, real pleasure. Tragic story about the custom bong that I made for these guys though. Oh, just heartbreaker. I made him a sweet piece. He really wanted slime green in the piece. So I put slime green in, and it was one of the early batches of slime that totally fucking cracked. Days after it was done. It was already in his hands and he's using it when it started to check. Anyway, it happens. Of course I'll make him another one. Of course I will. So I did another one, and I'm stubborn, so I had to do the green again. Different batch of slime, I thought. Maybe it wasn't. Second piece, fucking cracked again. Days after it was done being made. Anyway, I've yet to make him the 3rd piece. It's coming up. It'll be right after the gathering. Thanks for your patience. Homegrown Products. So Vancouver's own Homegrown. When you need resin cleaner, I want you to try these guys out. You can get it at Ignite. Pretty sure CCHQ's got it. Ask your local shop if you're on the West Coast. And if you don't know how to find them, call me. Let me know. I'll hook you up. Oh, dogs scratching at my door. Who else? Liquid Chrome, way out in Ontario. Barrie, I think. This guy's got a super high class store. Got everything in there from, I saw once a picture of his Zippo collection there, the Zippos he sells. Anyway, heady pipes everywhere. It's just amazing. Well, all I've done there is, this is kind of a bow tie. Let's show this piece. Whoever did this is tight. That's nice. It's slightly wig-wagged, and it is wig-wagged, and then split in half. We'll have to do a show around bow ties. I think that's a neat one. It's really neat how they're made. The possibilities are endless for what you can do with that idea. Oh yeah, my buddy Dirty Dave Productions. Dirty Dave has a shirt company, clothing company. You've seen me sport his gear. Got a few of his shirts. He's a great guy. He's fucking hilarious, actually. I really like meeting up with Dave. Always the best medicine, always the best times, the best products. He's one of us. He's one in our community. And man, so check that out. Dirty Dave Productions. He makes really killer t-shirts of really high quality. I love mine. The one that says 100% organic. The other one has a hot leaf and says plant manager. So sick. Alright, so see how I did that? I just stuck that on the side. Mostly I leave it upright. Then when I blow, it kind of sinks down into the piece. Upright meaning that ball on the top of the clear ball I'm working it into. We'll just do that one more time and then I can go and pop another hole. See that? First bitch accomplished. That's a bitch window. I'd really like to meet the person who named it that. Let's go to the other side. We'll pop a hole. Well, we're almost through the sponsor list. Let's finish that up so then we can talk about other things as well. We're still going? Chat? Yeah, we're still there. How about that? Still recording. The interwebs survive. Okay. Calgary 420. Yeah, Calgary. Keith Fagan, super activist of the cannabis community, is bringing Calgary 420 to the gathering. And they are actually, what they're doing is they'll be bringing a normal Canada booth. They're sponsoring it on their own time and dime, and in the effort to get more activists on board. So I just think that's a super fucking thing to do. And thank you for supporting us, and I support you, and that's how this community gets around. That's how we do it. Get off there. I got another bow tie here that isn't on a punty, so I'm just carefully trying to get it on a handle. My memory is so bad. I almost feel like I made these bow ties. I don't think I did, but like they feel so familiar. I think that I did, maybe. Isn't that funny? Who knows, eh? Maybe someone was there and the person who made these will chime in. Yeah. So let's talk about the gathering. Oh wait, let's see. Did we get through the list? Oh, we got just a couple left. Let's get through them. Not just marbles. We talked about them. They're rocking it. Vape on the Lake. Rocking it in Etobicoke. Thank you so much, guys. Shane Green. Shane is on the road. Shane King and his beautiful family. Amber. Rocking it. And the last one on the list, Higher Society. Not the last, the second last. Higher Society, Seamus Grundy. What a great company they got. Top-notch glass. They pretty much at every expo you see as well. And I'm really stoked. And thank you for supporting our community. And you know what I did? I freaking forgot to put someone on the poster. So I want to give him a super shout out because he's one of the kindest guys, one of the best head shops in the Lower Mainland, Hempies. They've been on the, they're on the T-shirts, but I didn't get them on the posters, and pretty much entirely my own fault. So double shout out to Hempies, Randy Kane for Mayor of Langley, and Hempies for Head Shop of the Year for being so awesome, having such great staff. Manager Chad's going to be on the torch this year, which is so cool to see people just joining in and getting into it. It's going to be fucking awesome. I wonder how many like store employees blow glass and are going to be there. We already mentioned Justin though, he's going to be there. I know he's a store, works at the Vancouver Seed Bank. Who else is there? So many. Lum's coming, he'll be there. And now that we got through that sponsor list, let me give a shout out to Lum. He stopped here just today. Jeff Lundstrom from Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. This guy is throwing one of the best cannabis cups in Canada. I'll be there. It's in September. It's the Saskatchewan Prairie Cup. It's called the Prairie Cup. So I want you to go look at that. Shoot, I left the flyer upstairs, but it's not hard to find online. Check it out. It's in September. I think it's September 16th or September 26th, but forgive me for not knowing. I don't remember. But shout out to those guys. I'll be there doing live glass demos. And partying. And smoking and inhaling the medicine. Okay, so now we've got 2 of these bow ties on this piece. That looks really sick, I gotta tell you. I'm really happy with that. So if we were at the gathering right now, we'd be like, okay man, you ready? Here. And he'd hand you something back, and you'd come back and work on that. And man, it's just crazy what can happen combining of forces. When you got 40 people in one spot blowing glass, it's pretty incredible. Alright, well we said a 4-way, bitch. Should we do that? We can keep it 2-way. 2-way or 4-way. Sask Prairie Cup. You betcha. I'm just checking the chat. Looks like this dang machine's still working. Oh yeah. Gotta tell you, there's a beautiful lake just up the road from the gathering for swimming. If you can handle the cold water. One year the gathering had the hottest day of the year. It's 35 degrees Celsius. That's 3 million degrees in Fahrenheit, I believe. It was so fucking hot. During the day, I'd say only 3 or 4 people were actually blowing glass. We did all-nighters and worked all night. It was so hot. Everyone swam in that lake that time. But I gotta tell you, she's a glacier lake. And she's fucking cold! So, with that in mind, you may want to try the other lake, which is called Mosquito Lake. And that one's just great for floating around, and it's a lot warmer. It's a tiny little lake spring fed. There's good hiking up there, good dirt biking, quadding. I think actually the glacier is even open still at Whistler, Blackcomb. I think you can go skiing up on the Blackcomb Glacier. The mountain bike park is definitely open. And that's just 45 minutes from the venue down in Whistler. So if you've never been there, you might want to check that out if you're into that type of thing. I'm not. I just want to smoke weed, you know? And blow glass. Alright, bitch number 3. Let's show this one off because someone's done something different here. It looks like they raked it with clear after they made the ball. So I'm not sure who did that, but here's another artist from last year that raked their one-way spiral reversal. So that's pretty cool. What's cool is I can tell like that several of these pieces were done by you know, fairly new members of our glass community. It's pretty awesome to see how we've got veterans right next to newbies sharing knowledge and throwing down their skills. Now what blows me away about the newbies these days is they're killing it, man. I was a newbie, I was making little pipes like this for fucking years. Look at what these guys are putting out. Look at Ashby, for example, man. He regularly makes bombs this big. Like, fucking A, newbies giving it. It's awesome. It's how the market's really changed. Okay, so I'm just going to put this next pitch window on. We got 2 on already. We better keep it hot. I've been yakking. So let me tell you again the website for the gathering. It's gcgg.ca, and we've got tickets for sale there. We got camping passes, we got day passes, we got sponsorship packages. So while you're too late for the printing, if anyone wants to get on board with some sponsorship, there's that option there, and you will be forever given shout outs and recognition for such contributions. You high rollers out there. Anyway, so when you're doing these off-axis pitch windows, it's pretty tricky when it gets liquid. So you always gotta kind of, well, you just gotta be careful. But what I do is keeping that ball upright most of the time. gonna look sick. This is gonna be on the top of the can. For the bubbler can. Is what I'm seeing. Kind of I'll stretch it out kind of skinny this way. It's gonna be awesome. Alright, I got one more. Might as well put it on there, eh? That's a triple bitch right there. So what else can I tell you about the glass gathering? It's generally a 60, 70 foot long by 20 foot wide tent with 2 benches built. To the left of that is an elevated platform where our stage and live bands will be performing. Right to its right, we'll have a media tent where Pot TV will be set up and the DJs with their electronic business. And on the other side of the tent, we've got a snack bar, the vapor lounge. It's nice, comfortable spots. And yeah. And then from there, you've got campsites all over the place. All over. Okay, let's get this one on up. Oh, there goes my handle. No big deal. My pull point handle just popped. I slammed the door on it, basically. Oops. That's no big a deal. So this is just a one-way spiral piece. I think that'll just finish off this section nicely. And again, I'll hold it up to the camera just in case to prove for perpetuity. I feel it's kind of like lost and found. I am looking for the man or the woman who made this piece. So there's just a lovely one-way spiral. Just pop the hole in it. Let's bring that open and stick it on that piece. So every year we got tons of stuff to give away. Last year we had a little fun pot trivia with Ted Smith hosting. And to quote Ted Smith in his Cannabis Digest, we are the most grassroots cannabis event in Canada. And it was an honor to hear him say that, because Ted Smith knows. He knows. Alright, so I got to put a new handle on that, because I broke the last one off. We better do that. I think it's time for another joint. I actually got like three or four more joints rolled for the show. And I've only gotten into the first one. Been so busy working. That's where I'd like to have... Oh, I do have a little bit of shatter somewhere too. I have a dab. I was going to say, that's where I like dabs. Real fast, medicinal effects. Oops. I'm just going to lop this off. Kind of ruthlessly. Go. New handle. And so for you regulars at the gathering, you will notice, yes, the ticket prices have gone up. I'm trying to keep them as low as I can. I think it's my responsibility as a host or as an organizer of these events to make it as accessible as I can, to keep the price as low as I can. But it's also my responsibility to cover our asses so that we can continue to do this event. It costs a fuck ton of money to throw this thing, I'll tell you. And previously it always just came out of my own wallet, and I just kind of crossed my fingers we'd recoup it. But I'm getting a little old for that, so we got a little more organized this year, and we formed an institute. We filed a corporation as an institute. And we'll give you more information there. All I can tell you is it's just the way that we're going to do it, to organize our taxes and income and all that paperwork bullshit that I hate so much. But one of the main reasons we're doing it is it's going to protect us from liability. that means I don't want you guys suing me, and I don't want anyone suing each other. Hey, there's, I'm gonna answer this for a second, because I think this is my bro Shane. Hey, you're on Pot TV. Yeah, you got anything to say? I'll tell the viewers. You're coming through Banff. Cool. Are you gonna swing south and visit me or what? Yeah, Penticton. But I'm leaving tomorrow for the Birkin. Awesome. I'll be waiting for you. That's the best news I've heard all day. Okay, I better get back to the show. Oh, well, I'll call back and I'll get Jan to tell you that. I don't want to give you my address on Pot TV. So head for Penticton, and and call me in an hour. I'll be off the air. Yeah, brother. Drive safe now. So there's Vape on the Lake, and Not Just Marbles representative Shane and Amber on their way. That's awesome. They got a beautiful family. They'll be staying here tonight, it looks like. And they're hauling their own RV trailer, which is super cool. Those guys made good time. Drove out from Toronto. So you can see it was getting a little floppy there, eh? On this, when you're heating just the base of this little bubble. So you definitely got to do a bit of a dance. Try not to let it cool. And so what you often do when it gets floppy like that is get back to just the end, the tip here. Go back to the very edge. So less glass is hot. When the glass is hot way at the end, it just gets all over the place. Very difficult to control. Oh yeah. This looks awesome. I wasn't sure what I was going to do. I had 4 of these sections that were very small. I wasn't sure what I was going to do. I thought, okay, I could make a flower bowl out of it maybe, just a little tiny banger bowl, you know, or what, but that's turned out great. And it's cool because you'll be able to rotate the piece and people can say, oh, that's my piece right there. I'll have this at the gathering, this collab, so that the glass blowers can check it out and claim their piece, and hopefully we'll get it tie signed by everyone we can find. There's at least 10 artists involved. Bringing down this bitch window. I might have to finish this at the gathering actually, and geez, that makes some good sense too to do. Ties it all together. So it's a little bit of work to get this down. And it's also not a long piece, so I can't get too close to my blow tube or I'd lose it. So there we go. Got it to round. That's what I was aiming for. Well, almost round. That looks good, eh? Pause and give the camera a closer look while it's hot. I think that looks great. Just all these little windows on the side. Look at that bow tie. That's killer. It's like a spider. Alright. Hey, we're still recording. How about that? Well, someone corrects my 38 Celsius is 100 Fahrenheit. Pretty sure it was hotter than that, man. I'd say 150 at least. It's fucking hot. Boy, oh boy. Thirsty work. Get my medtainer out. Well, let's see what we got in here. Oh, some pre-rolls. How about that? God, it tastes so good before you light it. What's that? I haven't had Kush in my grow room for quite a while. Mostly because, well, Kush is a great pain relief, especially when I got my cramps going on. But it is good for my appetite. I just find it so fucking strong. The Kush. I need to function all day. So that's where blueberry medicine for me, the blueberry grapefruit is fucking so good for daytime use for me. Anyway, and it really gave me the munchies, which is really my main goal for cannabis use a lot of times. Is I just want to eat, man. I love to eat. I just want to eat more. I wish I could eat more and digest more. Anyway, cannabis works. Don't let them tell you otherwise. I haven't seen Ripple in the chat. Has that guy been back around? Because he was going to come out. He's going to drive all the way out to the gathering. Maybe he's en route. Get to work, eh? It's pretty nice having this lighter out here all the time. All right. I think I'll put a handle on this so I can control. Choking on my smoke, coughing up a storm. But I'm a pothead, and that is the norm. So with that handle on, now I can go back to this side and melt it down, get it more liquid, even out that wall thickness, you know? Well, she's liquid now. Jesus. Here we go. I like doing this stage liquid. Fun to control. Fantastic. Happy about that. I see a little devit. Better get it hot again before that forms. Devitrification is like a fogginess that forms when the glass gets a little stressed out. Awesome. Okay, I'm gonna pop a hole in the end here, and we're gonna add this to the piece in the kiln. And then we got the can done. Oh yeah, so there we go. Let's check it out. I think I'm ready. So she just got a lot bigger, almost doubling the size. I think that's a good thing. Old school without the blow hose again, why not? It's actually really difficult to talk while I got the hose in my mouth. Every little P and different consonants make me puff the glass out. I'm seeing maybe a straight walled can, like a pop can shape. Kind of just a straight wall on it. That'd be neat. Tricky all on its own. It could even come out at the top slightly like a slot cup. That'd be neat. Alright, so we'll have this piece here next week for the Great Canadian Glass Gathering, and we'll be broadcasting all weekend. I think Jeremiah is trying to get up to the site for his broadcast on Friday. We'll let him confirm that. That's what we're working on. And Saturday for sure, we'll have a broadcast probably midday, and again at 4, and then again at 9 PST in the evening. You can watch some of the live music we got on. Again, I want to thank all the sponsors for taking part in this festival and in this event. It's a real educational event. It's really meant to, just like this, the Redbeard Show is, to educate you about glassblowing and what is involved in making these pipes that we all love so much. And in some cases, why are they so much fucking money? And yeah, so I invite you all to check it out next weekend on Pot TV. If you're able to come to the event and want more information, go check out gcgg.ca. There's still some tickets available. Look forward to seeing y'all next weekend. And I am just going to finish up this can, and then I gotta get packed up and ready to go. I'm hitting the road tomorrow for the Great Canadian Glass Gathering, the 7th annual. Thank you so much for joining me. We'll see you next weekend. And if you're in town,